He tore Sir Paul Payne out, and if he ever does out for now, always do it for the sen. Hang on, who are you? I'm the ghost of Yorkshire past. What do you want? To take you on a journey to discover some of Yorkshire's historic Christmas traditions. Why? Because I'm a plot device and I can't get on with the video if you don't. Fine. Join me, the ghost of Yorkshire past, as we look at this part of Yorkshire's hidden history. But first, Charles Dickens would often stay at the house of a friend who lived in Moulton near York. Local legend has it that the inspiration for Bob Cratchit's tiny office came from the office of his friend. So there you have it, Yorkshire inspired A Christmas Carol. What would Christmas be without turkeys? Now, contrary to what a lot of people would have you believe, turkeys are actually quite traditional. They were first brought to England by the Yorkshireman William Strickland in 1526, and to be honest, the guy went turkey mad. He put a turkey on his family crest, which was, by the way, the first drawing of a turkey in Europe, and he even put a turkey on the lectern of the parish church in his estate. So, there you have it, folks. Yorkshire gave England turkeys. There's an interesting custom dating from the 19th century. It's a variant on wassailing, and on Christmas Eve, young girls and old women would put dolls in boxes and put them around the house, and then greet them by singing songs and carols. Now, I don't own any dolls, but I do have a salt shaker of the Queen and a shoebox, so I'll have to make do. Snow is falling all around me. Children playing, having fun. It's a season, love and understanding. Merry Christmas, everyone. Alternatively, you could go to Jewsbury Minster for the Devil's Knell. A church bell is rung for every single year since Jesus was born, and that means it's rung over 2,000 times, which I don't know about you, but it'd do my head in. According to local tradition and legend, it started when a local knight threw a boy servant into a mill pond after he skipped church, and he was so filled with remorse and guilt that he paid for a new bell to be installed and for the tradition to be established. Now, instead of watching a trite film on the telly or watching a washed-up celeb in a panto with a guy in drag telling innuendos for the parents, there's lots of traditional activities that you could do. One of them is longsword dancing, and it's almost exclusively done in Yorkshire. It's a very old tradition and was banned by Oliver Cromwell. It's still done today in some places. Another tradition dating from the medieval times is that of mummers' plays, although in Yorkshire they're called guisers. These are simple street plays, and we have 19th century records of a famous one from Sheffield, in which a performer rides a hobby horse and the others sing about how decrepit and close to death it is before it's revived by a blacksmith. Another tradition was called the Old Tup, in which a goat carried on a stick would be carried around to various places. So there you have it, there's just a few of Yorkshire's many historic Christmas traditions. And so, as Tiny Tim said, Merry Christmas to us all, and God bless us, everyone.